Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Pocket. So I finally built the Alakazam deck. Now I have a few decks in mind, one of which is kind of like a funnier deck. This deck is just the classic Alakazam, Coughing, Weezing, Koga line. Now I was going to show all of them in an episode, but I think I'm going to do something similar to what I'm kind of doing with Melmetal. Is I'll test sort of different decks as I see them or as I think of them. And then what I'll do maybe in a later video is I'll circle back to some of like my favorite Pokemon to use. Like right now it's probably Melmetal. I'm hoping Alakazam will be up there. And we'll test some different decks and we'll kind of determine the best deck. But let's just play with this basic Alakazam deck. Oh, first, we have 2 packs that we can open. So I think we're going to open 2 Charizard packs. Now, I also made a list last night in my spreadsheet of all the cards that you need, that I need to get the Secret Mew card. Now, you get the Secret Mew if you get at least one copy of every like Kanto Pokemon. So it can be an EX card or a basic regular version of the card. It can be the full art. It can be the most basic rarity, whatever. You just have to get like one of each Kanto Pokemon that's currently in the game. So I went through the list. You can find it online. And I still have the Pokemon that I need. And of course, most of them come out of the Charizard pack as well. So we're going to open some Charizard packs, or 2 Charizard packs. And I'm still saving up some Hourglasses. Hopefully we get some soon. Ducklet, Go-Go. Hey, that's one of the ones we needed for the Mew, so that's good. And that might be one as well. So hey, not a bad pack in terms of getting our Secret Mew. I'm like 21 cards away from Mew, I think 22, something like that. So, very nice there. We're also up to almost 200 cards registered, so very cool. I've been free to play up until like, a day ago. I had to pay my premium pass subscription. But other than that, I have not put any money into this game. Golduck, Wooloo, Froakie, Pawniard, and Rapidash. Okay, nothing great in the second pack. But the first pack was okay. We take that. And we leveled up. So we're going to get some more Hourglasses here. Let me go back out to the home screen. So we got 12, so that'll put us at 103, and then we'll get 4 more here. So that puts us at 107, so we're close to being able... Oh, we have more things I can do. Oh, collect 11 metal type cards, cool. So I think that's the last premium pass I can... Yeah, until it updates in 16 days. So... Cool. I've already checked through the Wonder Picks. There was nothing great. So we're going to head over here to the battle. We're going to go into these event matches. And yeah, we're going to go in. I have 26 wins now. We're going to hop in with the Alakazam deck and just try to see if we can get a win or two. Very curious. I'm playing some people who have played this game a lot. Let's see. I would also like to go second to a... Yes. This way I can attach a darkness. Yes. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Start. Okay. Nah, we're fine here. I'm chilling. Okay, so they have Zapdos out. So that's not ideal. I'm running a Pikachu deck. They're going first. Are they about to just load their bench here? We can still one-shot it. I'm actually curious. So this isn't a Mewtwo deck, so I don't think... Unless the second energy here is going to be darkness. No, it is psychic. So I'm going to start powering up. Yeah, I mean, Alakazam one-shots everything in this deck if they have energy attached. So I think we're okay. Maybe we save the Pokeball and then... Okay, so we'll end turn here. They'll be able to peck me for 20. We need a Weezing. A Professor's Research would be huge. We already have a... Oh, okay, that's fine. That's not the worst thing they could have done. Okay. All right. That's perfectly fine. So we have another Sabrina as well. I am going to put the psychic energy here and Professor's research in hopes for a... didn't quite get it, but okay. So we'll put Kadabra down. And then we will end turn. So we have dark energy next turn. That's unfortunate. The good thing is Alakazam. We don't have Alakazam yet, and his move takes 3 anyway. So yeah, we'll just keep him in the back here. I think we're set up pretty nicely. Like they don't have any Pokemon, so they're red carding me again, which is even better actually. We already got the Kadabra down. Koga. And there's Alakazam. So we need the darkness energy and a... Oh, that's so good. That's perfect. Okay, so we'll put you there. And we got the psychic energy for next turn. So we're going to put Alakazam down. And then he can't use another red card. So we will go ahead and Gas Leak. And then we will just start tackling. And I'm curious if he's going to move. See, a Sabrina would be nice. The problem here is he needs to start attaching. Let's see. We're set up pretty nicely. I'd like the other Abra to come out sometime. Getting a second Alakazam set up would be huge. Yeah, so he's trying to be careful with his energy here. So they're potioning here. That's totally fine. Because we have a Koga. We could use Koga this turn. And then that would require... So we have the other Alakazam. We can power up our Alakazam. And then it would do 90... It would do 90 to Zapdos. I don't think it's worth it. I think we just tackle here. Do we tackle or do we Koga? We could put in... We could Koga. We could waste a Koga and then make them... Yeah, I think we waste a Koga here. Put in Coughing. Put down Weezing again. And then put in Coughing. And we will Gas Leak. So they won't hit me this turn. We have another Dark Energy coming up next turn. Are they just going to power up? Eventually, if they power up the Zapdos again, then I can get rid of it. But I also don't want Pikachu to come in. The problem is if Pikachu comes in to attack me, it doesn't one-shot me. Okay, so they are X-speeding. So we can take out... We're not worried about Voltorb either, to be honest with you. Okay, so they're Electroding, which is fine. So that's all that they do. Okay, so we have a Giovanni, which doesn't really help us. However, we did get one of these. We'd still... I'd love to be able to... I would love to be able to get the other Alakazam online. That would make our life so much easier. Okay, so the Zapdos is now within range for the Alakazam. If they leave Electrode in that spot, they're gonna have to retreat it at some point and put Pikachu out. Like, we're in a good spot here. We have the other Weezing now, which is even better, and a Dark Energy. So I'm going to power that Weezing up. And we're gonna get a point here. And then they're going to have to put something out. Like, they're going to have to make a move here.
because we can one-shot anything on their board right now. Like, yeah, it's got to be Alakazam, right? Is it going to Thundering Hurricane, though? Or are they going to Potion? Okay. So are they going to retreat here? Okay, so they Sabrina into my other Weezing, which is fine, because we still have a Koga in hand. So they can take this out, but then we take out Zapdos next turn and win the game. Like, this coin flip does not matter. So, okay, they take out... And then all we do here... Yeah, they conceded, and that's how you beat a Pikachu deck with Alakazam. It's all about, I mean, we got a really good draw there. It's really all about, you know, getting the Coughing and Weezings out there and having those Kogas in hand. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed this deck too. There are so many fun decks outside of the top two in the meta. But yeah, I mean, that was a Pikachu Zapdos Electro deck. That is widely considered the best deck in the game. We got a good draw. I think they struggled a little bit on the early draw. I think the red cards hurt them a little bit too. Like, we were in a pretty bad spot until they used those 2 red cards early on. Okay, so we've got a Psychic Energy first, which is fine. So it doesn't really matter what we do here. We can just put out Coughing, put out Abra, and then start. So we have first turn here. I'd like to draw... Okay, so that's not super what I want. We'll just end turn. So they have Meowth. I'm curious what kind of deck this is. Is this a... Like, I'm assuming this is a Pikachu deck, but just with the Meowth here. Pincurchin. They're Pokeballing. They're filling their bench. This has to be a Pikachu deck, right? Just with extra draw power in the Meowth. Okay, so they hurt the Coughing. Let's see what we draw now. Pokeball. That's a little bit better. Give me this Pokeball. Okay, that's even better. That's perfect. That can go over there and just chill for a second. Kadabra and Psychic. So, yeah, in turn, I'd love a Weezing, but we got time. We got time. I mean, we one-shot Zebstrika. We one-shot Pincurchin, obviously, if they... Ooh, they're drawing a big hand here, though. I will give them that. They are drawing a big hand. We still need Weezing, so I'm going to start just doing a little bit of damage. We still need Weezing. We still need Alakazam, so we got a couple cards we need next turn. Might as well start doing some damage here. I'm really curious what deck this is. This is a very interesting deck that Riven here is running. Let's see. They got a big hand. A red card would have been good going in. Okay, so I'm not too worried. If we can get to Alakazam here, we're fine. Like, I'm still not too worried. They got a big hand, but they're not doing too much with it. I don't know if we potion yet. Maybe we do. Maybe there's a Persian. This seems like it could be a Persian type deck. So we'll potion up. And then we will just, I guess, hit again and force them to either retreat, lose a Pokemon next turn, something. Let's see. So they're drawing a lot here, which is interesting, but they're not getting what they need. Like, they're 3 cards away from being through their deck. So I'm just curious. I'm curious what we're running up against here. Okay, so they're red carding me, which is perfect. Koga. Okay, there's the Weezing that we needed and another Sabrina. Okay, so the Weezing buys us a little bit of time and helps us get through. I mean, he's going through his deck here. Like, we don't have a red card. I'm not really worried about much. I'm going to start powering up this one because on a turn where we eventually get the Alakazam, we are going to need it. So we'll Weezing here. It's already got the energy on it. So we will go ahead, I guess, just tackle. There's no reason for doing anything else. Yeah, we'll just tackle here. Hit for 30. So they're not drawing anymore. It doesn't really matter. They've drawn through like their entire deck. I don't know what they're running. I'm so confused. What is this, dude? Does this paralyze me? Okay, I don't think paralyze matters because I have Koga. So once I get Alakazam, I can just recall a Koga and I'm ripping through this deck. I think this must be a newer player, so come on. We should be okay here, but we do need to get to this Alakazam. We've got 9 cards left in deck, so they're going to do 40, which brings me down to 50. It also means that they can only do... What's the most they could do to me next turn here? So I'm paralyzed, which is fine. The most they could do to me with a Giovanni is 40 again. So I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I should be, but we will just Gas Leak here. We can't, unfortunately, attack, but next turn we get a Dark Energy, so we can power up Coughing if we need to, call back this Weezing, and then put Weezing up front. Okay, so they do have Pikachu Ex, which I'm not worried about, because once we get there, we should have our Alakazam, but oh my goodness, do we need to get there. Okay, so let's see what they're gonna do. They can't attach another energy to this Pikachu, so yeah, they can't take me out here. I'm not too worried about being paralyzed, to be honest. I am paralyzed again, but I'm pretty sure I can still use Koga here. I need something. There's a Professor's Research. Whew. Oh, but then we can't call back this. No, I'm going to call back this Weezing. Promote Coughing. Put Weezing back on it with a Dark Energy. Go up to Kadabra here. Put this... No, we won't put Coughing on the bench just yet. And then they're already poisoned, so we can just tackle. Does 10, and then they're gonna retreat, which is unfortunate, but we have 1 point, and all we need is there are 7 cards left in my deck, and I need an Alakazam so bad. So I'm assuming they're gonna promote Pikachu, which is fine. We really need an Alakazam here, and then we just recall here. Wow, the draws are so bad so far, though. This is rough. Okay, come on. I'm not really sure what... Maybe he's got a trick up his sleeve, but he really should just retreat here. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Hit me for max 100 damage. I'll Koga back out again, which is fine. I maybe should have put the Coughing back on the bench. I guess I definitely should have put the Coughing back on the bench. So that's unfortunate. So it's going to Sabrina me into Kadabra, which is fine. It's actually even better, because I'm going to put this Coughing down. And you can have... Alright, so I'm assuming he's got another Sabrina, which is fine. We'll promote that. How do we still not have... Okay, so we'll go into Coughing here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do. I'm assuming he's going to Sabrina again. And just hurt me. So I'm going to do this. He's going to get his second point, and then we pretty much have to hope. I mean, we have another turn where we have, because if he doesn't do damage to this Weezing. But we really need this Alakazam here. So he's potioning, which, again, I'm not worried about at all. I mean, I am trying to do some damage to this Pikachu. So it does 90 here, which is fine. We then... Oh, he got another Weezing, which is not ideal. It's not the worst thing that could have happened, though. Although I will say I'd like to tackle, but we will... I'm going to Professor's Research here. I'm going to Professor's Research for the Alakazam. There she is. We got both of them. So we Alakazam here. We have a fully charged up, and we're pretty much ready to go. So I will just tackle, and I mean, we'll Gas Leak, I guess. And I will tackle. Okay, so the question here is what does he do? He can't one-shot my Alakazam, and my Alakazam one-shots everything on the board there. So if he Sabrina's here, we just go into this other Weezing. I think we're in good shape. We could be in bad shape, but I think we're in okay shape. He should have promoted Blitzel at some point. So he's putting in... That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I think after this... Okay, so it got heads. Knocked me out. That's fine. Because the other Weezing doesn't die to anything on the board either. So I think we're good here. We don't really need to power anything up. It's going to kill. It does 120. And then nothing on the board here. We have Koga, so if they Sabrina into Weezing, they still don't kill it. And then we, I think, just Koga back out into Alakazam. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm curious what the move is here. So they've got no cards left. They're down to the last little bit. That's fine. Of course, I get a notification here at the end of the video. Oh, they're going for the move here. So 100 damage. Have we used both? We only had one potion. That's really unfortunate. That's such a good play. What if we just Professor's Research here and see what else is in the deck? A Sabrina. That's fine. I'm not super... We can't do anything. I hate that. We can't even get out and Gas Leak, and I'm assuming they have a Giovanni index, so that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Wow, this was a great play by the opponent. Like, honestly, good for them. Had to do something at some point. Hopefully they don't. Surely they just retreat here to Pikachu. Like, they have a Giovanni, right? No? So they are just trying... They have to roll tails here eventually. Well, they have to roll tails here. Here they win. Dude, they've rolled tails. They've rolled heads so many times, brother. That's crazy. GG's to them. That's wild that they just rolled heads. That's what Pincurchin is for, so good for them. It took us a little bit too long to get the Alakazam online in that one, but I still have a lot of fun with this. We beat like an actual Pikachu deck, so that was super, super cool. I've got some different takes on this deck. I think that's probably one of the best ones for now. Again, if you just happen... I maybe should have used the Professor's Research sooner. I think I wasted a couple turns there because I wasn't paying attention. And that sucks. It really sucks. We could have had the Alakazam a little bit sooner. But, you know,
That's all right. GG's to the opponent. I will catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.